And joining us now, Michael Moore, the documentary entitled Sicko. Michael, thanks for sticking around. We had part one of the interview yesterday. This is part two. Let's go through some of the criticisms of the film Sicko, because I want to give you a chance to respond to the critics.
Sure. Can we just point out though first that even though this is today and we're saying it's part two, we actually taped this yesterday because I don't want people to think I slept in these clothes.
No, okay, that's fair enough.
Change
we taped it after the first part, and we're going to run this interview as is. We're not going to edit it. We're not going to cut it up or anything like that.
Okay, good.
So let's talk about one of the criticisms, and you've heard it, is that you've taken the best of the Canadian system, the best of the British system, the French system, the best of the Cuban system, and highlighted that in the film, and you've really taken the worst of the American system and highlighted that. Is that a fair criticism?
Well, first of all, when you're trying to find a better system, you would actually look for the best things in those other systems. So that's what I went and did. Because all we've heard about for how many years is, all the bad things about the Canadian system, all the bad things about the British system. I mean, really, I think if you went through your own archives here at CNN, I'd be thrilled to see if there was a piece in the past that said, look how great the Canadian system is here, or look at the French system and how they take care of their people, not just with health care, but free college, low-cost daycare, et cetera, et cetera. So we don't usually see those stories on our American media about what they're doing right. And so I thought, wouldn't this be a good idea for me to be the balanced one, to provide the balance that the American people haven't received through their media. And so in this film, you get to see Canada the way it's never been shown, and France and Britain. And you learn how they are doing so many things that are right. Yes, are there problems with their systems? Absolutely. There's flaws in any system that's run by human beings. But we know what those are. We've heard a lot about them. I want to know what's good about them because we need to fix our system here. And let me tell you, I didn't have to go very far to show just how bad the system is here. I think just about any one of your viewers can tell you a story that they've had with the healthcare system, or a story that the family member or a neighbor has had. I mean, this is so predominant throughout the country. People hate their HMOs. They hate this lousy system. Doctors hate it. Doctors are demoralized. And it has to be fixed.
And one of the most powerful parts of the film, right at the beginning of the film, when you make the point, this is not a film about those 40 or 50 million Americans who don't have health insurance. This is a film about the 250 million Americans who do have health insurance. Another powerful part was when you took those 9/11 rescue workers to Cuba, and they got some treatment there. It was a very emotional ending to the film. What is the latest on the U.S. government's complaints, if there are serious complaints that you broke the law by A, going to Cuba, and B, that those 3 rescue workers may have violated the law by going with you to Havana?
Well, first of all, the law says that you can go to Cuba for journalistic endeavors. That's what this is. It's a nonfiction film. It's a work of journalism. So whatever trouble the Bush administration is trying to cause is they're just using their federal agency for political purposes. That's not unusual for them. I accept that that's how they behave, and we'll deal with them, and I'm not worried about it. For them to think about going after the 9/11 rescue workers who received treatment down there, I just can't imagine that they would do something as crass and disgusting as that. So let's hope that doesn't happen, because they were able to get care down there from the Cuban doctors that they weren't able to get here in our own country. And of course, the reason we went there wasn't to go to Cuba. It was, if you've seen the movie, it was to go to Guantanamo Bay, which is American soil there on the Cuban island. We went there because we found out that the people, Al-Qaeda detainees, or those who are accused of being Al-Qaeda there, in Gitmo, get better care than the 9/11 responders who ran down there to save lives. It just made no sense to me. So I just wanted to take the rescue workers down to Gitmo to get the same care that we're giving Al-Qaeda.
I said that was a powerful part of the film. The Iranian news agency is reporting you're going to go to Iran and show the film there. I wonder if that's true.
Really?
That's what they're saying.
Really? Are they saying that, or is that Fox News?
That's what apparently they're saying. I have no idea if that's true or not true.
No, I'm not going to Iran. Ooh, scary. Is that our next boogeyman? Hey, let's get the war drums going. And no one's going to fall for it anymore, are they? I don't think so.
Are you satisfied? Are you happy with the response you've gotten from this film?
Absolutely. Oh, man, I'll tell you, it has been incredible. And the letters I'm receiving from people, there are so many stories. I would love to share some of them with you. I would love to see you guys do some stories on the things I'm hearing and seeing of what people are having to go through with our healthcare system. Would you be willing to do that if I shared some of this with you?
We'd be very happy to. We would love to follow up. This is a critical issue. I've seen the film, and I've covered this story for a long time. I was the White House correspondent during the Clinton administration when Hillary Clinton tried to get something going, and I remember what she did, and I remember the aftermath very, very personally, because I was right there watching all of it unfold, and I know what's been tried and failed over these many years. This is a serious problem that we face in the country,
right.
and I think everyone agrees. The only question is, how do you fix it? You have some ideas. Mayor Giuliani has some different ideas, as we pointed out in part one of this interview. Let me just wrap it up with Iraq right now, because you leveled some serious charges, and Fahrenheit 9/11 was a powerful film as well. What do you see happening right now? Because the country clearly has turned dramatically against this war, and they'd like U.S. forces out as quickly as possible.
Well, that's what has to happen. We have to bring our troops home. No mother, no father tonight should have to get a knock on the door saying that their son or daughter died for what? I can't imagine that happening to myself, and I don't want that to happen to any parent in this country. And frankly, I would like to see, a few of our elected representatives, especially the Democrats, who were elected in November to do a job. The American people gave them direct orders. End this war. And they haven't done it. And believe me, that hasn't been lost on the average person who has watched the Democrats. That's why your polls show that Congress gets even a lower approval rating than Mr. Bush. They are not happy, and the members of Congress and the Senate had better figure this out, because they're not going to find people storming to the polls next November to support them if they feel that they've been deceived and conned by people who said that they would end this war and then didn't do it. And
on this issue, you like Al Gore as well?
Well, Al Gore's good on so many issues. I mean, whether it was about the war, global warming, health care. I mean, I'm not endorsing him or anybody else, but I'm just saying that I would like to get the debate and the discussion going here with I don't want to see cookie cutter candidates saying the same thing here and being afraid to be bold leaders. I mean, what has happened to this country? I mean, Wolf, we used to have leaders like FDR who with our allies, defeated the Nazis and Mussolini in less time than our commander-in-chief has been able to secure the road from the airport to downtown Baghdad. I mean, that should just disgust everybody. But we used to have real leaders then. We had another president who said we're going to put a man on the moon in 8 years, and it happened. Government used to work. The problem isn't government here. The problem is that we've elected people who appoint heck of a job brownie to fill positions that then ruin it for everyone. And that's what has to change. And I think that's what people are hopeful about, at least.
Michael Moore's film is called Sicko. Michael, thanks for sticking around.
Thank you, Wolf. And thank you for telling me during the break that you really liked the film.
I thought it was a powerful film. Thank you.
Thank you very much.